Hi everyone, I'm Anynewprovince, and I just finished up a league with quick Canker. Sometimes having a fast 6/6 or a fast Gurmag Angler is way too much for your opponents to handle. You can repeatedly wrath the board with Crypt Rats or Evankar's Justice and whatever matches you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video or subscribing to the channel, I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. Game 1 of match 1 with quick Cankers. We won the die roll. We're on the play. This hand is kind of abysmal, but it's not that bad. It's really, really slow. Turn 2 Night's Whisper probably isn't good enough. So if we turn 2 Night's Whisper and we draw a Canker Abomination, and we feel like we can resolve it, this will have to be a deck that a Gurmag Angler can be good against. What's up, Jarhead? How you doing? Welcome, Germany friend. I'm gonna keep this. It's not great, but hopefully Night's Whisper will find us some action, and that this is a good Gurm Daddy matchup, or that this is a good Pulse of Murasa matchup. We will find out. All right, Jungle Hollow and go. Man, it always blows my mind that like people from Germany can find me in my bedroom here in Canada. Okay, maybe this is a good Gurmag Angler matchup. If it's something like Slivers, we're definitely happy to have found Chainer's Edict here. We're gonna keep committing black mana because we have Crypt Rats in our deck. So we're gonna Night's Whisper. Find an Arbor Elf a little late, another Night's Whisper. We'll see what our opponent's on over there. Arbor Elf, Chainer's Edict next turn's kind of alright if they play a creature here. So we'll see. Guys, I'm congested as ol' AF tonight. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm just allergic to the jank and I don't know. It's going to be one of those tragic things. Like somebody who loves cats, they find out they're allergic to cats. And then, oh no, our opponent's also on the Utopia Sprawl plan. This is probably Bogles. It's a Boggle. But that's not bad because we have a Chainer's Edict in our hand. And we have Wraths. Like our spells don't really care about Bogles so long as they're still little guys. So we'll go ahead and Forest. Cast our Arbor Elf. And Chainer's Edict you. Hope they don't have another Boggle. Up to 6 potential Gurmag Angler mana next turn. We have to exile our Chainer's Edict, which would be unfortunate, but... In Poland, too? No doubt. That's awesome. All right, our opponent is prepared to fight the Edicts now. So we're going to have to get Gurmag Angler online very quickly and start pressuring our opponent. How's it going, hardcore MTG? Come on in. We're up against Bogles, and we're gonna have to find a Crypt Rats very soon. Very, very soon. All right, so no Crypt Rats. A little bit of a bummer. So we're gonna go ahead and we can't Angler this turn, can we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can Angler this turn, but we would have to exile our Chainer's Edict. And I don't know if Angler... Like, Angler can't block this, so it all depends on how big this thing gets, but I also think we have to pressure our opponent. I don't think just waiting around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So you have to tap all the way out, play an untap land here, and then Angler. I actually think that's what I'm going to do. I think attacking with a 5/5 is going to have to be good enough. So we'll go like this. We'll have to lose our Edict, which could be the wrong play. However, they only have 2 cards in hand. If one of those cards isn't an Ancestral Mask, we might get out of this okay. We'll have to find one of our Wraths that can deal with all this stuff. So let's see if we can. And attacking with a 5/5 also has to matter. This is like Armadillo Cloak. Ah! F. They've invalidated our 5/5. Oh my god, we're so dead. So dead. Okay. Let's hold on a minute. Our opponent played a massive creature on turn 2. I kind of feel like we're the worst turn 2 6/6 deck. All right, and we're pretty much 100% dead here. We'll attack with Gurmag Angler. We might as well attack with Arbor Elf as well. We can't block Solana Ledgewalker. We'll see if they want to trade creatures. They don't. They take 6. Okay. Yeah, they don't really have to defend their life total here. So we'll go ahead and cycle for mana efficiency. Play a Forest Return, play Arbor Elf, but we're at 9, and they're attacking for 8 in the air. All they need is an enchantment, and we die. Yeah, we're super dead. Is it an enchantment? It's an enchantment. All right. So, what do we have against Bogles? We have Serene Heart, we have Duresses, and that's pretty much it. I guess Penumbra Spider would help in that particular situation, but don't need it. Disfigure isn't going to do it. Not today. And I kind of want to keep in the Wraths so that our Chainer's Edicts can be a little bit more effective. Maybe I'll take out a Thorn. I don't think we can... Well, if we do get the board clear, Thorn might matter, but I think we're going to take it. Nah, Penumbra Spider's probably worse than Thorn here. So we'll keep Thorn in. We'll take it. Well, Spider can block twice. Maybe we should keep Spider. Yeah, let's keep Spider. Bogles are going to boggle. It doesn't matter how you say it. They're still going to put a bunch of enchantments on their creature and run you over. Yay, Bogles. Interactive gameplay, everyone. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can't sneak one out here. It'd be nice. How could we beat Bogles? We even had turn 2 Chainer's Edict and they still just ran us over. Spider can block, yes. Spider can block their flyers. We're going to need to get one of those nut draw 6/6s early and still be able to answer their stuff before they get them too big, but it's going to be tough. Well, we have Arbor Elves and Utopia Sprawls and a Wrath. I think I'm going to keep it, and we'll hope. I don't think this is a very good matchup anyway. I think just on the strength of Evankar's Justice, we'll have to do something about it. We'll just end up getting a jillion mana, and then hope for the best. Mono White Elves was mentioned. Yeah, so Mono White Elves has become a little bit of a meme with our community here. So we're going to try that out someday. But right now, Colossal Dreadmaw is the hotness. And I'm honestly just kind of putting off playing Mono White Elves for no apparent reason. Terry did have a pretty good Mono White Elf deck. I kind of like to see anybody's take on Mono White Elves and see how good it is. And then once we know. Okay, so on a hand like this, we lead with Arbor Elf, right? I think we almost definitely lead with Arbor Elf. Especially where we're going to be fixing our mana with Utopia Sprawl. Yeah. And this not having Summoning Sickness is critical. We get extra mana next turn out of it. Opponent plays Abundant Growth. Yep. Draws a card. They're on 5, so we have the opportunity to punish them here. We'll have to go faster than this many Arbor Elves, though. Okay, so we'll go ahead and Utopia Sprawl up this forest on black. And we will untap this forest. Tap this forest again. We're just going to run out Arbor Elf. Instead of Night's Whispering, we're going to run out Arbor Elf. Get even more mana. We'll cycle this for a swamp. Play the swamp. Pass the turn. Yes, thank you, ROMs. So you guys got into some crazy... If you guys are into deep philosophical discussion that I don't understand at all, you can hit up the Discord and talk to the guys. They seem to know what was going on. I was pretty oblivious to everything that was happening, but it is what it is. All right, opponent passes. We'll see if we find anything to do with our mana. Unfortunately, no 4/4s as of yet, but let's see if we can't find one. Well, Night's Whisper. We find a Penumbra Spider. We can cast that. We can also just cast this Gift of Paradise. Gain some life. Well, maybe Penumbra Spider's correct. It's a clock. And we can gift later. Can we gift and... Yeah, because we have a land. So we can gift and Spider, right? It's 1, 2, 3. That'll put us down to 1 mana. And we're going to tap some... Yeah, we can. All right, so... We'll go ahead and... actually, no. That doesn't really make any sense. So we're just going to Penumbra Spider here. And then Gift of Paradise later. Because we want to put Gift of Paradise on this land. We already had to untap it to get our double green for Penumbra Spider. Because if we put it on something else, it doesn't really ramp us as much. I know it's kind of greedy, but we're going to have lots of mana next turn. So we'll do it like this. Pass the turn. We didn't know about this until we Night's Whispered. So I didn't really know about conserving green mana. Still 5 cards in our opponent's hand. Pretty thankful Penumbra Spider lives through Evankar's Justice. They'll have to boggle up their boggle pretty quick if they want it to survive the Wrath, but we'll see if they can. We lose our Arbor Elves, so it's not a painless Wrath for us. Sometimes you just end up 2 for 1 on yourself. Not every white elf is good with a Bone Splitter. They're doing their best. Opponent's going to Utopia Sprawl. Dolce and letting mom know that ANP is doing the stream. All right, Edict. So we don't need all of this mana. So what we're going to do is we're just going to Gift of Paradise up our forest. Can't draw any more cards. We'll go to combat, attack for 4. Going up to 21 in the process. Pass the turn to our opponent. Evankar's Justice, Chainer's Edict to kind of ensure that we'll be able to like wrath the board. We have enough mana to flashback Evankar's Justice once before our Arbor Elves go away, so we'll be able to wipe the board of anything to soak up this Edict, and then Edict something away. But it'll kind of become a battle of attrition. There's a Slippery guy. See if they have their Cartouche of Solidarity to protect him. We'll find out. Just Armadillo Cloak. Okay, we're not too afraid of that. Especially where... So they definitely would have committed Edict fodder there if they had it. Which is kind of nice. Oh, man, and Canker Abomination? All right, guys, let's go. Let's make a 6/6. So opponent sacks their creature. We're going to add black, untap our forest, add some more black mana, cast a Canker Abomination, and attack our opponent for 3. There's a 6/6, everyone. That's how you do it. Opponent's just going to pass. All right. Oh, there's a Gurmfather too. So go to attacks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can attack with these Arbor Elves and still cast our Gurmag Angler. Pretty okay. And cast a Gurmfather. Oh, yes. There he is. So glad that our Canker Abomination made an appearance tonight. So we'll see if our opponent has a way to fight through this, but I don't know how they would. Especially where we can just Justice twice on their turn. Yeah. We are so deep in the jank bank tonight. We're janking the bank with the Canker. The Cank Jank Bank, if you will. Well, I couldn't even tell, Linkenzie. I had no idea who had more philosophical knowledge. Do we want to think about the sideboard a little bit more? I don't hardcore MTG. I've been thinking about getting one. I use the Facebook group more often than not. I kind of like that Thorn has Death Touch. It's a little bit weird, but maybe it would have been better than Penumbra Spider there. It definitely would have been. So I'm going to bring Thorn back in. And maybe even one more Thorn over like a Crypt Rats or something. Maybe over the second Justice. Because I kind of like Death Touch. And if they're going to stumble, we might as well, really punish them for it. Do you think I should get a Facebook fan page going? I liked using just like the public Pauper fan page, but at the same time, I do feel a little bit of like tension in that I post stuff there kind of like a little bit too frequently. I don't want to feel like I'm spamming or whatever. Well, we have Arbor Elf and Gift of Paradise and Gurmag Angler and a Crypt Rats, which isn't negligible. We have to hit an untapped land to commit this Gift of Paradise. Bojuka Bog doesn't do anything. To make Gurmag Angler good, we would have to hit Commune with the Gods pretty much off the top. We don't have any Edicts in hand, but we do have Crypt Rats. I think I'm going to keep this off the strength of Crypt Rats. We got to hope we hit an untapped land so that we can go Arbor Elf, Gift of Paradise, and then try to wrath them before they get a big boy going. But they kept 7, so that means they definitely have turn 2 Boggle. Maybe we should have mulliganed to Chainer's Edict. It seems borderline Deece. Yeah. This deck should be called borderline Deece. All right, so what we're going to do over the next couple turns, we're going to make a couple Arbor Elves, develop our mana, and then probably wrath away our Arbor Elves with the Crypt Rats. But you got to do what you got to do. Yep. Is this going to be Ledgewalker? Abundant Growth, okay. Still no Boggle for our opponent. That's good news. And there's a Boggle. Okay, no way to kill it yet. Another Forest. Okay, well, that's good. So now we can... Borderline Ranger? Which one's that? borderline. Its name alone kind of puts it in that category. Okay, we have second forest. So we get to Gift of Paradise this turn, which does give us a lot of mana for Crypt Rats next turn, which might be what we have to do. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go like this, untap. Hopefully they can't make it too huge. Gift of Paradise up a forest, gain some life, and pass the turn. And next turn we're going to try to use, I think that gives us access to 3 black mana to Crypt Rats with. So hopefully that's enough. Yep, Sprawl. We'll see how big they can get it. I kind of wonder what they're going to decide on, because they're more playing around edicts now, I think, and that might give us an advantage. There's Ledgewalker, okay. And opponent's going to pass. Do they have any way to, like, make Bogles indestructible or anything? Like, is that something we should be worried about? Or no? Should we just go for the throat here? I guess we can duress. So we can go, let's just get our mana together here so that I don't punt somehow. More black mana. So in order to cast Crypt Rats, 1, 2, 3. So we can Crypt Rats X1 and still duress. So I think we're gonna, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, which will put us down to 2 black mana. And we only have to Crypt Rats X1 as far as I know. So we are going to duress first. Have a look. So they have Obsidian Acolyte and Standard Bearer, which don't matter at all. This has Pro Black, which is kind of an issue. But we can just wrath that away later. All right, so that's good. We will Crypt Rats here. Crypt Rats X1. Play a land. And I guess we should Bazooka Bog, just in case I got any fancy schmancy shenanigans going on over there. And pass the turn. Hopefully our Gurmag Angler can help clean things up. You were saying there should be such a card. There should be. What's up, Aetheron? How you doing? So our opponent plays their Forest and commits their Obsidian Acolyte, which can block our Gurmag Angler for about 1,000 years, but it's only a 1/1. So it can trade... Oh, man. Okay. It also has protection from this, which kind of sucks, but... So, black. I think we're going to make a 5/5 here either way. But I think... They might play another creature next turn, which just makes Canker Abomination a lot worse. So go ahead and Jungle Hollow. Play Canker Abomination. It'll come down as a 5/5. And we'll pass the turn. Next turn, we'll worry about Arbor Elf and Gurmag Angler. But currently, our opponent doesn't have any auras that we know about. Hopefully, they don't find any. Especially where this can chump block forever. There's a hexproof creature, and they have their Standard Bearer in hand. This is protection from all our Wraths. That's definitely not great for us. So our opponent's going to go to attack for 1. Yep. They can give a bunch of creatures pro black now. We're kind of up against it here. There's a Commune with the Gods, so I think I'm going to fire that off first to see what we're working with. Commune with the Gods. I guess we can stack Crypt Rats triggers. Yeah, we miss everything. We kind of just whiffed bad there. All right, so make 3 mana. Gonna leave 1 green mana to cast this Arbor Elf as a blocker. Eat some stuff. Probably leave our creatures. So Gurmfather comes down. We'll cast Arbor Elf. But currently we have no good attacks because they can just give their creatures pro black. So we currently just kind of have to wait it out. Doing a little bit of a waiting game. We don't have very much time either. So if this game's going to take a while, I better start playing a little bit faster. Still lots of edicts in our deck. Well, 2. 2 edicts that we can edict 4 times. It's Ancestral Mask. That's going to be a big creature. Even Armadillo Cloak kind of sucks. Yeah. So now it's a 3/3. Man, I took out everything but my black creatures too. So I'm going to gain life off of this. They can block 2 of my creatures just fine next turn. The Arbor Elf can get in there. I wonder if they block it. It kind of doesn't matter. Well, it does because we're playing to an edict. So we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with everything. They might just take one. So block, block, protection, protection. No blocks. Okay. Cool. And we'll Gift of Paradise on a forest. Gain some life. And we're going to hold on to this swamp. We have lots of mana. If they're going to play around stuff, we'd like them to. They're at 12. But they do have an Armadillo Cloak online. An Ancestral Mask or an Ethereal Armor makes this into a much faster clock. And I guess they are just gaining a ton of life every turn. So we'll have to figure out something that we can do about this. Target creature gains protection from black. The Obsidian Acolyte, just making it a headache for us. That's unfortunate. What's up, Nasty? How you doing? How's your evening going? Congrats again on your challenge win. Fellow streamer, twitch.tv/XXNasty. XX_nasty. But I'm sure they can just click on your username. This Obsidian Acolyte, man. If it wasn't for the Obsidian... How many Obsidian Acolytes do Bogles run? I wonder if they found the line yet, where they can give these pro black. Maybe not. They found the line. All right, so they're going to do that. Or maybe they'll just let it go. Yeah, okay, maybe they just don't know about that. All right, so we'll Utopia Sprawl up, Gift of Paradise, choose black. Pass the turn. XD, XD, XD. Glade Cover Scout, yep. They're going to attack for 5. Put us down to 11. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. We have to find both of our Chainer's Edicts, I think. Oh, okay. All right, so go to combat. Maybe we'll be okay. So attack with both of our black creatures. See if they trump block again. They do, okay. They block. Okay, sure. Do they know about the ability? They do know about the ability. Okay. Okay. Sure. All right, so I think we still got to go for it. We'll clear the board a bit, but like I said, we still have to find way more Chainer's Edicts. So we'll edict you. Maybe they're just giving us a chance. We will edict you, I think. What? Did that just untap in response to me tapping it? Oh my god, what just happened? I had that tapped, didn't I? Well, whatever, I guess. Okay, that was weird. Ethereal Armor, we might just be dead now. We are dead now. Dang it! Alright, Moto, that's cool. I guess we'll be friends later. We'll have a peek at the top. If the top of my deck was a Chainer's Edict, I'm going to tilt the F out, but it's very likely it's not. Dang, them Bogles, man. Another Utopia Sprawl. So they probably had us anyway. But still. I would have liked to play perfectly until the end. Or like you're at even worse, you're at an open mic. Like rip Freebird. And it's just you and an acoustic guitar. No mic, nothing. And you're like trying to shred the solo for Freebird. Like it's not a sustainable way to live. All right, we have turn 1 Arbor Elf and turn 2 nothing else, but we have Thorn of the Black Rose, which is a pretty good 4-drop to ramp into. We've got a Crypt Rats, we got a Wrath the Board, Night's Whisper to draw into more stuff. We're on the Arbor Elf plan. Well, let's just pretend we're trying to power out. Oh god. Mistakes were made. We need a 6/6 right now. Can I get a 6/6 off the top, please? Yeah, Terry would definitely be out here trying to fight Freebird with us. Oh god, I think our opponent might have Natural Tron, and we're trying to beat them down with an Arbor Elf. Just hang in there, folks. Secretly becoming a music stream. Well, I do plan on doing RPM in February this year, so because I'm going to be taking so much time off streaming, I might actually do something like that. So we'll see. Trying Night's Whisper here. Hopefully we hit an untap land so that we can Thorn. We hit an untap land, so we can Thorn next turn, but I don't know if it's fast enough. We also hit some ramp so we can start going a little bit faster, but I feel like our opponent's going to drop a Muldrifter here, and it's all going to start falling apart around us. Nope, just Thornwood Falls. Okay, so our opponent's not on the natural. We got that going for us. Let's see if they have a Condescend. So we'll go Forest, and we're all in on this plan now. If we can start drawing more cards, and then we might be able to find a 4 mana 6/6 and maybe close the game out. But they could have Condescend or something here. Yep. Condescend. Oh, Essence Scatter. Okay, well, at least it wasn't Exclude, right? It could be worse. They're not going to tap out. Oh my god. They're not going to tap out until they cast a Muldrifter anyway, and like I think we kind of lose then. All right, gang. Strap in. It's Tron time. So we're going to commune with the gods. See if we can't find us a Gurmag Angler. Or just a 6/6. There's a Gurmfather. That's a welcome inclusion to our hand. So grab Gurmfather, put some cards in the bin. I guess we can cast Gift of Paradise this turn, but we probably shouldn't. So I think we're just going to play... We're going to go for Gurmag Angler. They can't blow us out with like Condescend X1 here, but we are going to try to Gurm Angler. And then we'll play a tap land, go to combat, and attack for 1. Turn 4 Tron with color. Nice. Our opponent had it. F6, some red mana on end step. What are we going to see? Harvest Pyre? Lightning Axe? Full. They paid the extra 5. They didn't even think about it. They were just like, I got some mana to burn here. I'm just going to Lightning Axe the F out of you. All right, so Gift of Paradise probably isn't going to matter. God, that was such a blowout. We're on the Arbor Elf beatdown plan. So we'll continue along that path. Leave up our Disfigure for a Muldrifter. I believe that was our opponent paying 5 for a Lightning Axe and really not giving a dang. And is this Exclude? Just a big Condescend? Yep. All right, so we won't pay for Condescend. Down goes Penumbra Spider. I think our opponent's just on like mono counter spells or something. Like, this is quite strange. And now that I see Condescend, I saw Essence Scatter, so I thought they might be on like an Exclude build or something, but now that I see Condescend, it might have been better to commit Gift of Paradise while we had the chance. I don't know, man. Maybe our opponent's shaking in their boots over there about this 1/1. How could you ever tell? Chainer's Edict, we're gonna commune again, try to find another big beater. There's a Canker Abomination, but it doesn't do anything this turn. Our opponent will know about it now, so they'll be able to play around it, but we're going to attack for 1. And try to cank him out next turn. Old XTO tech. God. Scariness. So I'm starting to realize attacking for 1 instead of casting a Gift of Paradise 2 turns ago probably wasn't ideal. And our opponent's going to churn through their deck a little bit here. I'm sure they have an answer to Canker Abomination. Plays around Lightning Axe, though, so we got him, right? Let's try to Canker Abomination. See what our opponent's got. 4 cards in hand, a bunch of mana. They just don't even care. We're going to Night's Whisper here instead of attacking for 1. Fill our grip up, maybe make our land drop. We're tapped out now. We made our land drop. Not bad. We'll pass the turn. We get a 6/6 on board. Hopefully it's good enough. See what our opponent's thinking about. This is it. This is where you learn critical lessons about having a 6/6 in Pauper. They can't Mystical Teachings out a Lightning Axe to kill it, so that's when you know. That's when you win the moral game. When your opponent uses one of their or 2 of their Flame Slashes or something, or their Rolling Thunder, like a whole Rolling Thunder on Canker Abomination, or pretty much a whole Rolling Thunder. So if we get early 6/6 against Tron, it's not a bad matchup. I knew it, Terry. I knew it. Like, were you here and just not saying anything? I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. Oh my goodness, they're gonna quicksand it and then they're gonna lightning axe it, paying full retail. Like I can feel the pain coming. But we're gonna go for it. We're probably not gonna attack for Arbor Elf because we don't want to. You can't lightning axe this freakishly large tree folk creature. What kind of weird deck? Gift Paradise on Untapped Forest, I guess. Why not? How much mana do we have? Do we have more mana than our Tron opponent yet? Alright, pass the turn. Maybe they're just going to ramp up and Rolling Thunder us, and that'll be it. Who knows? 5 cards in hand. That was a fairly tactical chat entry. Right, let's see what they got. Some red mana. Flame Slash and additional Flame Slashes. No way we can save it from that. And Lightning Bolts. Okay. So 2 removal spells on Canker Abomination. About as much as you can hope for. We now have a bunch of removal spells and a Crypt Rats in hand that instead of holding on to, I think I'll run out here. Okay, I changed my mind. So we'll go to combat. We'll attack with Arbor Elf. And then we're going to start Even Curse Justicing them. Because they're on like a ton of removal. Hopefully they can't counter this. That would be ideal. But if we can get a couple of these bad boys flashed back, we might just be able to win. So go for 7. Justice with buyback. See what they think. Counter magic? Or do they want Arbor Elf to go away? They're going to let it go. Take 2. All right. Pass turn. That was a pretty nice pump fake there, though. They might have thought we had a Gurmag Angler they were trying to play around. I'm assuming we're going to lose it next turn. Also, it's weird that they didn't crack this quicksand. Mono green, reach a death touch with main deck land destruction. Oh, that's your full meta hate deck that you're talking about. I like it, Terry. All right, so we're gonna have to raw dog an Ash Barrens here if we do this, but I'm okay with it. So we're gonna buy back a Justice. Our opponent might just be on like a. They might just be on the Rolling Thunder us to death plan, and we could just be making that easier for them, but I don't think we can play around that. We'll try for a big Crypt Rats here very shortly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can deal 6 with Crypt Rats. We can't Justice in the same turn, so we'll have to give it a couple turns. But maybe we can't. Ooh, there's Pulse. Okay. That's pretty nice. All right, so we'll go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Justice with buyback. Put him down to 5. And pass the turn. End step, we're going to pulse back our Canker Abomination, or possibly even just a Crypt Rats, and try to kill them with Crypt Rats over the next couple turns. Here comes something. They've been doing a whole lot of nothing. They're going to evoke a Muldrifter. Yep. Yep. They might flicker here, so if they do go to flicker, I'll disfigure it. Nope, just dies. I guess I can just pulse it back. They're probably not super afraid of that. They're going to wait till our life total gets really low, and then pulse. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to gush back, or sorry, reading gush in the chat. I think we're going to pulse back Crypt Rats. I think Crypt Rats gives us the best opportunity to kill them. They did have a really hard time dealing with the 6/6 though. I think Crypt Rats. Crypt Rats is the easiest thing for us to cast. So we'll pulse back Crypt Rats. They might counter this. They don't. Okay, we go back up to 18. Find an Abomination anyway. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to Justice. See what they think about that. They let it go. We will Crypt Rats. See if they counter this. Pass turn. So now it's a question as to whether they can pressure our life total. So no, they're going to pulse. Okay. So they pulse back Drifter. They're going to draw some cards with it. Do they have more pulses? That would suck. They're probably just going to kill Crypt Rats. Okay. Electrickery. And we're nice and tapped out, so we'll just pass. Here comes Drifty Boy. Drawing a couple cards. Fighting through a bunch of Pulse Marasas is gonna be a challenge. But a challenge I'm willing to take on. So we'll try to Crypt Rats X3 next turn and then cast Canker Abomination and see if they're okay with that. There's Grandfather too. Alright, so let's put some pressure on them. So we'll Crypt Rats first. Crypt Rats X a bunch. No, we're just going to Crypt Rats X4, I think. Put them down to 6. Or even maybe even less. Maybe Crypt Rats X2. Disfigure this. And cast Canker Abomination. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so Crypt Rats X2. Oh yeah, no, Terry's brewing so much, like his body can barely take it. Like Terry's body is just almost destroyed from the brewing. So we'll kill this, and they might counter this for some weird reason, but we're going to try to run out of Canker Abomination. And then next turn, if they counter this, or they waste a lot of their counter magic answering this stuff, they might not have any left to keep countering our Justice. So our Tron opponent is at 8. We have a 6/6 on board. Grandfather coming next turn. Evankar's Justice in hand. They're going to Rolling Thunder us to death. Oh, that's great. I like it. Okay. I've accepted my fate. Yep. Welp. You get a little risky. You get a little risky sometimes. Line yourself up to win when you can. Okay, so Nihil Spellbombs come in. Thorn's pretty okay here. And I don't think we need Doomblades or anything. I think Evankar's Justice is alright. Crypt Rats is probably worse because we saw Essence Scatter. Edicts probably won't be that relevant. Disfigures are probably even less relevant. So we'll take those out first. Maybe we saw that removal we should bring in our own pulses. Duress is probably better though. Bring in Duress, try to deal with opposing pulses, and just hope we get a 6/6 early. We got real connections being made in the chat tonight, gang. I didn't know if you guys knew this, but we're also a speed dating service here at the Anynewprovince stream. All right, we get to play first, which is kind of nice. Well, there's a Canker Abomination that's going to come down real early, so I'm inclined to keep it. Let's see if we can't make this happen. You're going to build an Infect deck. See, that's true love. That's like love at first sight almost. So if we top deck a Utopia Sprawl, we can turn 2 6/6, and hopefully it gets us there. Responsible for so many poorly considered marriages. That's us. There's another Canker Abomination. So this can't get a land, right? It can get a Utopia Sprawl, so we're going to go for it. We're going to play a forest. Commune. Hope for Sprawl. Got a Sprawl. That's sweet. Never lucky. Untap a forest. Tap a forest. Sprawl the forest on black. And pass turn. Elf still isn't great. Dang. Get the elf with provoke elf. Can they kill Arbor Elf somehow? No, just Prism. Okay, sure. A little bit of lag. We're gonna go ahead and play a Canker Abomination, and then we will duress our opponent. So Canker. I'm gonna duress first. We're living in the foil meta. I really think I should duress first. So there's a bunch of scary stuff from our opponent. But what do we actually care about? They're stuck on lands right now. Condescend X1 doesn't matter. It'll take 2 removal spells to kill Canker Abomination. Attacking their colored mana kind of makes sense. I think even like Prophetic Prism here is probably the best take. Rolling Thunder doesn't matter right now. I actually think I am going to take Prophetic Prism. It draws them a card, and they're searching for lands. So I think I'm going to take Prism here. And it does fix their mana, which is still relevant. Play 6/6 and pass the turn. And we will continue along that route until we hopefully win the game with 6/6s. They're going to Prismatic Lens. Yep, doesn't really matter. Going to Flame / Arbor Elf. Okay, sure. Gurmag Angler, you say. So go to combat, attack for 6. Only having 1 black mana does kind of suck, I guess. And we'll go ahead and Gurmfather. We'll leave Arbor Elf because we might have to get it back someday. And pass turn. Hopefully our opponent continues to be mana screwed. Seagate Oracle, yep. I guess this guaranteed them more mana. And they scoop. Sweet. I like it. Okay, so that's how we got to do it, gang. We got to commit a 6/6 and win the game with it. Is Elf on the Shelf a white elf? This is the real question. This is the real question right here. So how do we figure out if Elf on the Shelf is a white elf? Because then it can be in the mono white elves build and also still inspire our children to think that they should be watched over for their entire lives. This is way too slow, so we're gonna mulligan it. This has no lands in it, so we gotta mulligan this. I can't go to 5 because we'll just lose. We have Canker Abomination. We got Commune with the Gods to find a Utopia Sprawl to keep developing our mana. We got a Duress to eat one of our opponent's pulses. We'll keep. Hopefully find our second land. Going to 4 just doesn't make any sense. The only 4-card hand that would make sense would be Forest, Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, and then find Canker Abomination off the top. Otherwise, all of our 4... Oh, God. Otherwise, all of our 4s look really bad. Because we're kind of a ramp deck. Swift Water Cliffs to open for our opponent. We find Ash Barrens, which is pretty okay, actually. So we'll play our Forest, pass a turn. Make sure to cycle on their turn. We're going to Night's Whisper before we commune because we don't know what we're looking for. What is up? Meatballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meatballs. Expedition map. So our opponent is going to find Tron in short order. And multiply bigger. If it happens, it happens, you know. It's magic. It's life. So I wonder if... I wonder if trying to put our opponent off doing anything here is... Avacyn's Pilgrim is an elf, I think. No, I think it's a vampire. No, I don't know. I have no idea. If we Duress here, we won't get them off of 3 mana, and I think all we'll find is a removal spell. So I think what we've got to do is Night's Whisper and just keep trying to make our way up to Canker Abomination. Well, that stuff will help. Not right now, but it will help. This is going to be the slowest 4-drop. And in Pauper, a slow 4-drop means casting a 4-drop on turn 4. Our opponent has Tron now. Sweet. So we have the luxury of Utopia sprawling around Condescend, so we're going to do that. We're going to Utopia sprawl here on black. And then we're going to commune with the gods, hopefully hit Gurmag Angler, and hope they don't have counter magic. We hit a Utopia sprawl. That sucks. Oh, well, we will Duress you while we've got time. See if this eats counter magic. Because it might take counter magic anyway. It does slow them down. Oh, they just alchemy. Okay. That would have been a fine take. I agree. We'll get more information now anyway. Is it an elf? I know, it kind of looks like, you know, something or other. Is our opponent just trying to show us that they're going to have Tron? All right, well, we should take Capsize. They can get it back later, which really sucks. They're going to have Tron next turn, but they're only going to be able to cast Seagate Oracle. And on the following turn, they're going to be able to Mnemonic Wall. Back whatever we take here. I think Capsize is just too good against us. I think we got to make them jump through some hoops and hopefully hit a Nihil Spellbomb to get rid of it next turn. We have to get it exactly next turn, or it doesn't matter. Because they're going to get a Tron land. They're going to do 5 mana. They only have the 1 blue mana, though, so they actually can't even cast Capsize yet. So I'm actually going to take Teachings here. I know it's risky, but I'm going to take Teachings. They might just get it back anyway. They can't cast this from their graveyard at all. And they're going to play 6/6 and hope they don't find blue mana. Unless they go get it with this, I guess. Now this is going to be some weird Kraken. They're just going to Oracle. Okay. Keeping our Canker Abomination in... Oh man, I guess Capsize is really bad against the Utopia Sprawl, or really good against the Utopia Sprawl deck, eh? Oh, they just found it naturally. Alright, so our opponent's going to go get their second blue source to start capsizing our stuff. So if we're playing against Capsize, what do we got to do? Find a Nihil Spellbomb like yesterday. Okay, well, I think we still play our 6/6. Or 5/5 now. A Utopia Sprawling up another land doesn't do anything, but we will go ahead and run out Canker Abomination. I guess we can just put it on a different land, right? So we just use 1, and that produces 2. So Utopia Sprawl a different land. On black. And play a 5/5. That our opponent can deal with immediately. Oi, Capsize. They're going to crack, go get Tron. And the reason I did that is because... I mean, no, maybe they'll go get... Yeah, Shimmering Grotto. Okay, so they can cast Capsize. We got a game off them, though, gang. We got a game off them. Well, they have to spend this whole turn capsizing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7, 8 mana. So they only have 2 mana left. They'll spend the whole turn capsizing a 5/5 if that's what they choose to do. They might just run out Mnemonic Wall here. Get back Alchemy or something. Elves that make white mana. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to bounce one of our lands with Utopia Sprawl. Sure. Play Forest, go to combat, attack for 5. Play Penumbra Spider. Even a Gurmag Angler in the bin would be good. I think maybe we should just pulse back Bazooka Bog, though. Take Teachings. Get rid of Teachings. That might be what we should do. Yeah. But I didn't see that. So we're going to Penumbra Spider. Pass turn. And our opponent's going to continue capsizing our stuff. Lands, I presume? So if they're going to be on the LD plan, that's not a big deal. It's taking them a really long time to do it. 4 cards in hand. I guess they can just keep stocking their hand in the meantime, though. Evankar's Justice isn't going to do anything. So we'll go to combat, attack for 5. And I think now they bounce the 5/5. Probably. They got 1 capsize a turn. What is this going to be? Probably Capsize. Mnemonic Wall, okay. Mnemonic Wall gets back Flame Slash. Alchemy, okay. And no attacks. So we'll pulse back Bazooka Bog. They have 2 Teachings in there, and I just really wouldn't mind getting rid of one of them. And they can't cast them right now. All right, so we'll bog your graveyard. And Gift of Paradise up a land. And go to combat, attack with our 5/5. Wall's gone. They're gonna chump. This is Flicker. Oh yeah, we're pretty much locked out here now, guys. Yep. Alright, so Oracle, we'll draw a card. We'll play for a little bit longer, but we're probably dead. They get Ghostly Flicker back. I guess we got Justice online, but they can just start bouncing our stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Tron. Prophetic Prism. So now they have multiple capsizes a turn, or a single capsize plus another colored spell every turn. So now they can bounce our 5/5, and then we're not even putting on any pressure. We are nearing scoop phase. We're about to get Troned out by the feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we only go up to 6 mana this turn. That's not enough mana to... They're obviously going to Ghostly Flicker, but we might as well tie up their mana so they can't do any weird end step shenanigans. Granted, yeah, they might just take 5. Take 5, down to 6. Pass the turn. Especially where they can start disrupting our mana base. Simmer down. What do you mean? I'm so calm. Opponent's going to Pulse back Oracle. Yep. And I'll probably just cycle this Ash Barrens and F6 pretty soon. Cycle Ash Barrens, look at a Black Source, and F6. Essentially Shimmer and Grotto. Yeah, there's a couple of cool elves that just filter mana. I agree. Drifter, all right. Even an Evankar's Justice with buyback here doesn't really do anything. And they have their Ghostly Flicker mana up. Thank you, the Unseen. I appreciate it. I'm so calm right now. Go to combat. Attack with Canker A-Bomb. They're going to Flicker anyway. There's no real point not to. And if they do it now, they can't do it in response to Evankar's Justice. So we'll at least get Drifter out of the way. All right. Well, I guess not. So they're just going to chump instead, leaving Flicker mana up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But they got a full grip, so they could just have counter magic for this. Opponent's going to a Ghostly Flicker, or just counter. Counter magic. Yep. Nope. And we get to F6. That's probably it, though. They've kind of got the lock together. They've still got to kill us with a Muldrifter. A miserable little pile of secrets. What? Oh, an elf. That is certainly what an elf do. If we can wrath these Muldrifters, we might be okay. Like, they can't attack them into Penumbra Spider, but I guess I can just start bouncing it with Prismatics or with Capsize. And we have to like recast it, and that's all kinds of awkward. Canker Abomination doesn't come down as anything anymore. They're just going to start digging through it with their Flame Slashes. All right. No attacks. You got it. So we'll commune. They can also just block and kill Canker A-Bomb. We find Gurmag. I think we got to take Gurmag Angler over Thorn here. Because they can only bounce... I guess I can just block with everything. But we'll leave Thorn in there for when it's time. They can just get the Monarch from us, so it's not really that useful. Go like that. Play a Grandfather. Now, if there's a Crypt Rats in that stack, I would have considered other options. Opponent has Exclude for the big beats. Attack with a 5/5. Will you trade all of these creatures? Thank you very much for the sub 2 months in a row to Tuno. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Our opponent's going to pulse back the Muldrifter. Oh, no, they're just going to Lightning Bolt. Okay, so 5/5 down. But one of their Drifters in the bin is something I can get behind. That's how they win the game. Oh, no, they have Rolling Thunder, don't they? They can just Rolling Thunder us for 27 eventually. Additional Drifty Boys. I'm just going to bounce the Spider and start attacking. Tron to Tron. AE. Oh, we got bogged too? That's kind of a beating. Now our Pulse Marasas don't do anything. Arbor Elf. Okay. Sure. It does allow us to Crypt Rats for more eventually, but they can just bounce it with Crypt Rats on the stack. So, reminder to self, float a bunch of mana before casting Crypt Rats. Just in case. Opponent makes a bunch of black mana, flashes back Forbidden Alchemy. They don't have all that tutoring power because we got rid of their mystical teachings, but they probably could still kill us. Yep. Gonna flicker, going for... I don't know why they wouldn't have flickered Meltdrifter. Maybe they don't want a deck. I guess it's also a pretty good reason not to Thorn. Oh, I took the Crypt Rats out, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I took the Crypt Rats out. I took out the Crypt Rats because of Essence Scatter. So we can't even buy into those. I think we'll just have to cast a million Justices somehow. It seems kind of improbable. We'll find out, I guess. Justice to kill the Drifters is fine. Capsizes a land. Yep. You're not telling me you got nothing else to do with your mana, are you? What do we find off the top? Grandfather. Grandfather. We've reached the Slam Grandfather for the rest of the game portion of the game. But I can't imagine they don't have answers for it. Capsize is a pretty good one. And they've got it up right now. Yep. Capsize the Angler until they find an answer. But it's almost deterministic at this point. I think we would have to... Yeah, they kind of are. I think we've gotten there. I'm just going to give it one more second. If they tap too low, if they like tap out of double capsize mana, then I'll scoop. But I don't know if they will. They're still digging through their library and they only have 14 cards left. So there's that. Maybe they'll do it. They won't do the math or something. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. So I might as well sprawl up a land. Maybe that will encourage them to capsize in response. They have double capsize up though. So they can still capsize Angler. Yeah, I think we're dead. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop. There's a chance. There's a chance we could have won. They still have to attack us 3 or 4 more times. But they would have to... That would be good draws. No, they're not even really good draws. So this is kind of the weakness of Canker Abomination too. It wouldn't have even been... They wouldn't have even had to capsize them. They'd only be 2/2s. So anyway, this would have helped. But yeah, that's Tron. Let's go. Tim Campy. They are a great Stompy player, and this is not the way you start off a match against a great Stompy player. Oh, this is bad too. Oh, mulligans tonight, hey guys? We've got the tools, right? We got the tools we need. We would have to draw 2 lands. We'd have to draw 1 land to Night's Whisper. We're on the play, so we don't even get more looks at it. We're going to 5. Oh my god, deck. Come on. We're going to keep 4. We're going to raw dog the Ash Barrens, I think. No, because we might draw a Swamp. But we might draw a Swamp and want a Chainer's Edict. So we're going to raw dog the Ash Barrens. Oh my goodness, that was so bad, guys. That was so bad. Woof. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is this is far from ideal. This is also Magic, though, so you got to expect it. We'll see how many Pit Skulks they find. So maybe I should have kept that opener with the Night's Whispers and stuff. That was definitely better than the 4 we found. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. Big oof. All right, in come the Nettle Sentinels for some savagery. And opponent just passes. They're going to give us a chance. Ah! This is where the plan B plan usually comes in handy. Oh, maybe they're just holding on to green spells to untap their creatures. At this point, I don't even want to know. I don't even know if we should be showing them what we're trying to do. If they say Wraths, they might plan for it. So we might... and there's no deck that goes Ash Barrens into Chainer's Edict. So even at that point, the chances of us winning are very, very slim. All right, well, we will go get a Forest and Utopia Sprawl because we could cling to it. We could cling to it here. If we can resolve this Wrath. So we'll go black and see if our opponent can guess what's going on over here, but waiting for that 3/6/6 Dream. Yeah, we haven't cast enough tonight, I don't think. Yep, and we're at 10. So Vines of the Vastwood puts us dead, and we'll see if it does. Yep, Opponent's not going to Vines, though. They're also not going to play into our Wrath by the looks of things. Pit Skull. So what do we have to find here? We would have to find untapped green source. We have to find forest. Oh, God. So we just can't survive the next turn. We're just dead. But I think we were close-ish to resolving an Evankar's Justice. They still have 6 cards in hand, though, so we're just dead. All right, guys, that was ridiculous. So let's bring in some Doomblades. We want all of our removal for this one. Pulse of Murasa for life gain is probably fine. Penumbra Spider is a great blocker. Thorns can probably come out. Even though they have Death Touch, I think I'd prefer having just more blocks. Maybe we should hold on to those for a sec. We'll take them out. We'll want to shave a Night's Whisper. Crypt Rats might be a little bit too slow, so we'll lose 1 Crypt Rats. And maybe we want all 3 Crypt Rats. We'll lose a Pulse. More Rats are good. But the Thorns I could think about, because Death Touch is probably pretty okay. Granted, they have a bunch of evasion, so yeah, I think we should just go with... Oh, no, you can't. You can't. I wish I could, but you can't. It's only a forest. The more rats, the better. Rats on rats on rats. So hopefully our rats help. This only kills flyers, so that's for like Boros Monarch and stuff like that. Or Delver. But alas, we're just going to bring in some Doomblades and hope we just have enough removal to kind of grind them out. We'll remove all their stuff, play a 6/6 or a 5/5, and try to close out the game. That's it, guys. Sometimes you go all in on a 6/6 and you mulligan to 4 and don't get there. What do we got for our opener? Just another awesome hand. Oh, God. I feel like this is kind of like results-oriented thinking. I feel like if I mulligan this now, I'm going to get punished for it. But there's so many hands that look better than this. So we go like turn 1 Ash Barrens, go get a Forest, turn 2 play Arbor Elf. Turn 3 play Gift of Paradise for Night's Whisper. I have to mulligan it, guys. It's too bad. Okay, all right. I'm keeping this. We have colored mana. We have a Canker Abomination. We have Wraths. We need a black source. Our 3rd and 4th, that'll come too late. So we'll bottom this. We'll play a Forest and pass the turn. It has the watermark. How do I get a deck to be looked at, then played on stream? So Fluff, usually what I do, I love it when community members submit their decks or their brews around newly released commons. Like I'll probably play those with very little results attached. I like there to be results attached, but if you're just like, you're a close friend of the stream, so I'd love to play one of your possibly Pauper playable decks. And then for net benefits, we always play decks that have some kind of result backing them up. All right, so we'll Arbor Elf here. This helps the plan a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily take it all the way. Does get us up to 3 mana next turn. With untapped land, we can Canker Abomination, but it's probably going to be too small, so we got to find some of our mana fixing. We'll pass the turn. But yeah, usually I'll take results from leagues and things like that for like established decks. Our opponent brought in the Gut Shots. How did they know? How did they know we were an Arbor Elf deck? Oh my God. BTE. How many BTEs? Just enough to cast a Pit Skulk. Okay. We draw 4 mana 6/6. All right. We're probably dead. Yeah, so if you... Yeah, pretty much. More or less. That's all you gotta do. I'm not above that at all. I can't believe they knew we were a Canker Abomination deck. So we're gonna go try to find... Oh god, none of this does anything. That Ash Barrens would have been nice, but we'll give our opponent a look at what we're trying to do. I guess so. I guess they were probably... But Utopia Sprawl could have been like Bogles or something. I guess it's still okay against Bogles. You can kill like their Standard Bearer or whatever. Maybe I was trying to next level them. So we're gonna gain 3 and then die 6, 7. So we'll go to 8. And it'll give us an opportunity to potentially Grandfather next turn, but we might just die. That Multifor did not help us. I think we definitely have to mulligan a little bit less than that to beat, especially Tim Canpy on Stompy. They're a good Stompy player. All right, we're going to be at dead. All right. Well, that was fast. Oh, these hands. Okay, this isn't too bad. We'll hold on to this. We have a Night's Whisper to hopefully clean things up a little bit. So we're going to keep. We're going to do thinning on turn 1 instead of committing Jungle Hollow. Yeah, hopefully this Chainer's Edict matters a lot. Pit Skulk, Raw Dog. Play a Forest, pass turn. I guess we have Gurmag Anglers. Putting these in the bin, kind of relevant. And if they just Rancor this up, that would be nice. But I don't think that's what they're going to do. Blastoderms are pretty cool. If that's their whole turn, dang it. They're going to play a creature. Okay. Yep. Attacks for 3. So we'll go ahead and cycle this for black. I don't know if we want to smash off the Edict yet. I guess we'll see what we draw. Justice. Okay. So I'm going to play Jungle Hollow here so that we can hit Evankar's Justice on time. No, maybe that's wrong too. Maybe I should Night's Whisper here. That's also probably wrong. I think we're going to do this so that we can hit Evankar's Justice on time. Hopefully they commit like crazy to the board. We don't die by then. And that's able to kind of like carry us. We'll play a 6/6 and hopefully win the game like that. Cue Discord link. You got it. So anyone can should be able to do that, I think. Should be able to cue the Discord, but I'm not sure. Blastoderms are cool. I do like Blastoderms. It's a little sad when they go away, but they do sometimes, you know. Sometimes Blastoderms have things to do. Oh man, come on. Quit playing around Evankar's Justice. All right, so the Elephant Guide, attack for 7. Grimness intensifying. Yeah, I think we're just dead. So even if we Chainer's Edict, they can sack this, or they can sack this, Rancor this up, continue attacking for 7, and then Evankar's Justice doesn't do anything. We can't Night's Whisper into anything that'll keep us alive. If we do nothing, we die. I think we might actually just be dead. There's actually nothing we can do here. We can like Edict and hope for another Edict. Sack this. No, they'll probably sack this and put something on this. Then it becomes a 7/4. We go to 4. We have Justice mana, but it doesn't matter. So they would have to have no creatures, and we'd have to have another Chainer's Edict. And then we go to 1. But it gives us a chance. So I am going to play for that. I made you lol. Good. Good. So our opponent thought about it for a split second. Maybe it was kind of a trivial answer. As numero uno? No, I was hopeful there would be something, but now our opponent has a way to play around even top deck Edict. So I think that's going to spell our demise. Because now we can't Flashback Justice and find a way to answer this, so we're just dead. We can't cast Justice and find a way to answer this. Yep. Right. We're at 5. The stacks for a lot more than that. We're dead. Can we Knights? There's no spot removal. So if we Night's Whisper, we can't even find it. Do we have any flyers? No. So that's it. Ouch. All right, I guess playing against Stompy is like kind of a lesson, eh? So we'll bring in our Doomblades and maybe even Duress to fight some stuff. Duress might not be that bad. Might be like more efficient than some of these spells. I think Evankar's Justice is good. Gift is probably a little too slow. But I think we're going to take out a Night's Whisper. We're going to take out a Thorn, because they have evasion. We'll bring in our Doomblades and hope for the best. Some people are talking about how Priest and things like that might contest Delver, but I think Nasty took foil in with blue-black and just kind of kept making it better. You know, like they took, I think it was 3 copies of foil to the challenge win. So it was a good deck before the downshift, and it's even better now. And I guess, like, it is a Delver deck, but it's also an Angler deck. It's honestly everything that makes the the format so crazy. Okay. This isn't too bad. We have Disfigure and Doomblade to buy time. Hopefully we hit an untap land in the first couple of turns so that we don't have to Bojuka Bog before we gift, so that we can get a Canker Abomination down. Let's keep, and let's hope we can commit a 6/6. Snails are way too slow. Also, like, rip snails. I never let them live in my house. Snails are not good roommates. Don't live with snails. I've heard way too many freaky stories about people waking up with snails on them and stuff. It's messed up. It's scary. All right. Let's find out what we can do. Play a swamp. Pass turn. Maybe they'll keep a sketchy hand that's leaning on Quirion Rangers. No, yeah, snails are not cool. All right, so because they just played Forest and are going to pass, I'm going to play Bojuka Bog. Now we have 3 untapped mana on time. So now we can leave up Doomblade as well. I think we're going to cast Solana Ledgewalker. I'm going to Bojuka Bog. We're still trying to hit 4 mana on time. So we'll do like this. Pass a turn. Leaving up Disfigure. What do you got? Burning Tree. Okay. Oh, yeah, like those really crazy, like... yeah, those really messed up things that, like, turn them into slaves or something, like biological slaves. Stuff is messed up, man. I don't know if we'll find a better Disfigure target. I guess these are all kind of, like, dirtily 2/2s, and we have to start clearing the board for our Canker Abomination, and we won't be using the mana next turn. So we're going to kill Burning Tree, just in case they have some kind of weird, needs a multicolored permanent. Not drawing any of our Wraths in this many draws isn't ideal. So we'll Gift of Paradise up a Forest, gain some life, and pass the turn. Hopefully draw a Wrath soon. Opponent given Gift of Paradise a little read. I appreciate it, opponent. Respect the gift of Paradise. And we'll see what they got. Maybe they're just not going to play around. Maybe they will play around Wrath for a really long time. But even just a 4/4 here isn't too bad, I guess. Oh, God. Man, Nest Invader is so good against Canker Abomination. All right, so we're not going to Canker Abomination here because it's a 3/3. And it doesn't really do anything. I guess it's a 3/3 that we can trade off and then pulse back later. And they're only going to play more creatures, and we haven't found a Wrath yet. So, yeah, let's cast it as a 3/3. I don't love it, but it blocks 2/2s. 4 mana 3/3s, everybody. Possibly Pauper Playable. 4 mana 3/3s. Pretty good, eh? Let's see if they can answer a 4 mana 3/3. Maybe they're checking the username. We drifted way too far away from Pauper. What do you mean? This is Pauper for me, man. I don't know what Pauper is for you. Is it playing Tron? Because that's fine, and you can enjoy Pauper that way. But I sure don't. That's what I'm thinking, E-Hustle. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we can trade it with a pump spell, find a Wrath effect. You know. Maybe our opponent is, like, still laughing. And haven't had the opportunity to, to, like, figure out what they're going to do. Man. There's that one card. That's that card that draws you something like Whisperer, maybe? No, I'm thinking of Beast Whisperer. That's like in standard right now. But 3/3 for 4 is what competitive Pauper looks like. Oh, I meant the Parasite Snails. Good cards are overrated. All right, they're going to Elephant Guide. That kind of sucks. But we can Doomblade it and then block with Canker Abomination. wonder if we chump. Let's take 5 for now. Because we can do both of those things next turn. On their combat step. Oh, they could have vines, I guess. So maybe we should Doomblade it on our turn. Yeah. Man, I love Slum Reaper. Slum Reaper is sweet. And every green downshift. What else in green got downshifted? All right, so this is going to be weird. I think we Chainer's Edict here. They're going to sack this. We can trade our Canker Abomination with it next turn. Oh, they don't. Okay. So now we'll Doomblade. Before they have the opportunity to... maybe I should have attacked for 3. I guess leaving this back to block means I don't get in for 3. Before they have the opportunity to Doomblade. Or before they have the opportunity to Vines. And if we hit a land here, we can flashback Edict. So hopefully we can just keep controlling their board. They might have a bunch of pump spells or something, though. Oh, yeah. But I have to play a Groundskeeper deck. If I don't play a Groundskeeper deck, who am I? Let's Take 5 is just... that's just a classic little film gag right there. So they're going to kick a Vines, but I'd rather kick Vines trades with a Canker A-Bomb that I'm going to get back than anything. Ooh, and there's just another one. So I think we just cast that as a 5/5. And pass the turn. We can pulse one back, which should be kind of okay. A little constricted on mana, but it is worse than A-Bomb. Yeah, you're right. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. The funny thing is its best combo is that enchantment that allows you to loot. And then once you do that, it still costs 5 mana, which is 1 more mana than Dimir Guildmage, just lets you draw cards 4 on its own. Even in just like a mono blue shell. Okay, our opponent is going to spend all of the kicked Vines, trading with Canker Abominations. So we will play a tap land. And pass the turn, planning to pulse back an A-Bomb. And then next turn, we can flashback Chainer's Edict and hopefully keep the board clear. For when it's A-Bomb time. Of course, just drawing a removal spell for this would be ideal. Oh, they found more creatures. Bummer. Yep. And they got 2 mana. Quirion Ranger is actually fairly important because it allows them to play the rest of their 3 drops. Like, I don't really know what was stuck in their hand. I don't know what they were waiting for. There's a Ledgewalker, yep. So now Abomination doesn't really do anything, but we don't have any better targets for Pulse. Reasons why I wouldn't Pulse back an A-Bomb here. Because it's a 2/2. If I cast it on this board. But for the sake of mana efficiency, I'm going to get into my hand anyway. We'll go up to 20. And draw Crypt Rats. That's great. So, green, black, Crypt Rats. And we will Crypt Rats X3. I think we Crypt Rats X3 here. And just hope they don't have any creatures. Yeah. Because we have Edict in hand as well. Or we have Edict in the bin as well. So a 1, 2, 3. Crypt Rats X3. Sweep the board, hopefully. Barring any kind of mutagenic growth nonsense. Pass the turn. Lay of the Land that puts a basic land in the bin. That's true. There's Justice. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will buy back an Evercar's Justice. So they'll still get to have their Young Wolf. But next turn we can take care of the other half and cast our Canker Abomination, hopefully. I think leaving until the end of their turn is too risky. If you let them untap, they might be able to cast a pump spell to get it out of range of how much mana we had. So I was a little anxious about that. But now our opponent isn't incentivized to cast creatures at all, which is where we want them. So we will now cast our Abomination as a 5/5. And Night's Whisper. Draw some cards. Getting precariously low on life, honestly. Jungle Hall is going to help a little bit, and we can do a bit of thinning in the meantime. So pass the turn with a 5/5. Evankar's Justice on tap. Fork in the Road. That's the one. Yeah, they were printed in the same set together, so there's got to be just an amazing synergy there. Another Young Wolf. Okay, that's annoying. Opponent can attack. No attacks. Okay. So Cycle Ash Barrens, get a Swamp. Turn comes back. Another A-Bomb. Okay, so play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy back Justice. Yep. And Wolf comes back, and we'll just pass here. I think, because I don't think they block, so we'll pass. Canker Abomination is doing work here. Just being a wall. 5/5 wall. OP. Should find a way to give it reach. Should have a Spider Silk Armor in the main. If you play them together, it's like making a bad Kadama's reach. Making bad versions of stuff. See, like 4-mana Gurmag Angler. That's what I'm all about, man. All right, what do you got? Courier Ranger. You got it. Any attacks from our opponent? They could just have a way to like give one of these trample and win the game, which definitely makes me nervous. I think we definitely want Courier Ranger dead, so we'll disfigure that. See if our opponent says anything about it. They don't. We'll cast another... Well, actually, we should attack first. So we'll go to combat and swing. And maybe it's time to flashback Edict now, actually. I guess the chances of them not finding a creature off the top are pretty slim. They're going to block. Okay, sure. All right, we'll cast a 6/6. And pass turn. It's all about it being possibly Pauper Playable. You can't know for sure. It's like 90% of the fun. So I'm going to Burning Tree. Yep. And I think we got the win. If they don't play, oh, okay. That's interesting. But do we still have them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't. What about now? So if we Justice 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're off by 1? Yeah, we're off by 1. So let's flashback Edict. Yeah, we need 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, we need 11. So we can flashback Edict, right? Oh, or we could just like... No, it's the same idea. So 7 and 4. 11. 11 every time. And if we flashback Edict now... So I think we still do this. But if we attack with both and leave Riverboa alive, then we might lose. Plus what? Oh, hit for 4. Oh, no, you're right. Okay, I got you. But yeah, no, we don't have 11, though. So we can't do it twice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I guess we would force them to chump with Riverboa. A 5/5 and a 6/6. So they could block the 5/5. They take 6, and they would go down to 5. But it says they can regenerate this. But I think what we do have to do, so we'll go like this. Justice. Oh! Yeah, no, good point. You got it. My bad. Yep. I get it. I was just misinterpreting what regenerate does. All right, sweet. Got him. No, thank you. I was overthinking something completely irrelevant. Okay. I think we're good. Sideboarding was all right. No, it wasn't even that. It was just I misinterpreted. I was misinterpreting what regen does. No, we got him. It was good. Evan Carr's Justice on tap does it. And that was a pretty slow start, too. So let's see if more A-bombs can help. I gotta get a match with this deck, man. I gotta. It's been a long time since I've gone 0-5, and I'm not ready to start going 0-5 now. We're not out here to lose every single match. We're out here to get at least lucky enough to win one. Granted, this is Stompy on the play now. Losing game 1. Bad news against Stompy, I'd say. Oh, tapped black source. Or tapped green source that isn't a forest. Evan Carr's Justice in hand. Utopia Sprawler doesn't enchant anything. So Arbor Elf is just a 1-1. Oh, this hand's kind of bad. Is it bad enough? It has Justice in it. But the 0-5 Dream. I'm never playing Legacy. I'm getting beat bad enough. What do you guys think? Is this a keep? We don't have tons of time. Is this a keep? I think it's a little tough. It kind of feels like a mulligan if we do. Or, sorry. It kind of feels like a mulligan even if we do keep. Because they'll play a bunch of creatures, so these don't really do anything. We have to get to 4 mana for this to matter. These two, yeah. Sprawl is a blank. Yeah, let's mull. Got greedy, guys. We got greedy. Yep. Yeah, we got greedy, guys. We got a little greedy. All right. So. Oh, we got there. We're deep. We're deep in. We're deep in now. Bottom angler. Oh my god, it is though. All right, so turn 1, maybe they brought in Gutshot. We'll go ahead and Arbor Elf. Pass turn. My deck has been so mean tonight. I actually didn't do that bad in practice, but still, that's just practice. Our opponent joined us on a little bit of a mulligan, but they could be on, oh, we got to kill that like right away. That's going to be trouble. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sprawl up this forest on black. And untap the forest. Tap the forest. Black mana will take care of River Boa. Ash Barrens will cycle for a swamp. And now we can cast a Gurmag Angler next turn. Mull the 4 Dream is alive. We found the nut. It just took a long time. And we gotta hope they don't have Gutshot. Metamorphose into Ninja of the Deep Hours. Cry. Alright, what's his opponent? They know we got that Justice mana. But would I be crazy enough to just Evan Carr's Justice away my own Arbor Elf? Always purely for style points. They haven't found any of their kind of like typical evasive creatures, so we might have a chance. They only have 2 cards in hand. They're going wide AF though. Ooh, baby. Crypt Rats. Crypt Rats doesn't do anything right now. Right. We have 3 black mana. 2 green mana. Crypt Rats could wrath the board right now, but I think we've got a Gurmag Angler while we've got Arbor Elf on board. So let's do that. And then Crypt Rats next turn. They'll all still be 2/2s by then. I hope so. That would be nice. I don't know if that's realistic, but it sure would be nice. Death fatties before ratties. I like your philosophy a lot. Nest Invaders, sure. Just gotta keep hoping my opponent commits stuff. Goes down to, like, pretty much Hellbent. Yup. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. Good. No attacks. Good. Hold, guys. Hold. I almost messed that up so bad. Somebody stop me. Untap. Tap. Crypt Rats. X2. Go to combat. Attack for 5. What did they find? Burning Tree. Okay. Oh, I'm stressed out. Solana Ledgewalker. Okay. So we're going to go to combat and attack. And I think I play this Crypt Rats so that... What is it? What do I cast it for next turn? So I have 3 mana. I can just play the Crypt Rats and, like, threaten activation, which is what I'm going to do. Because it wins us the game if they don't have anything. Bog you. Crypt Rats. Pass the turn. We're on the mull to 4, gang. What do they find? Pump Spell gets them out of some kind of trouble. Okay, they're going to attack. So, do we get them? We go to 14. Yeah, we got him. Cool. Oh my god. Guys. 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 Go to combat, attack for 5, and win on the mull of 4. Oh, baby. Okay. This hand is fine. This isn't that bad. I'm going to keep this, and we're going to move on. The 10 seconds to death win was amazing. But I went back and watched it, so it's a little anticlimactic. Because I made too much mana. Like, I was freaking out and making infinite mana in that match where I won with 10 seconds left, and I made too many activations worth of mana. We get to play the final boss. Yes, sir, we do. So this is going to be Boros Monarch. Man, no way to power out this Canker Abomination. Boros Monarch, probably not amazing against a 6/6. We will have to get enough mana to cast it someday, though. We got options. We got options. Oh my goodness, okay. So, Arbor Elf, Forest, pass the turn. So I wonder if we'll play Thorn next turn. Probably not. They have like a jillion flyers. They're going to attack. Okay. No blocks. I wonder if we play Thorn next turn. Do you guys think we should play Thorn? Squadron Hawk. Okay, we're definitely not playing Thorn now. Okay. Yes. Squadron Hawk comes down. So is this that Rights deck? God damn it. Excuse my language. They're going to have so many creatures. I'm going to kill the evasive creature because I think they matter more. And next turn, we're just going to have to settle for a 5/5, I guess. But a 5/5 is better than nothing. 4 mana, 5/5. That's probably actually even better against this deck. All right, untap the forest, retap the forest, play Canker Abomination. Does Bully play Squadron Hawk? I hope they just keep missing land drops. It would be my fault. Yeah, because I got the flawless victory with the Rights deck. Sometimes you're the luckiest guy in the whole league. Opponent cannot believe that they're playing up against Canker Abomination. They're as upset as I am. Oh yeah, just a 4-mana 5/5. Did Juzan Jin not even have flying? People love that card. They always talk about it really, like, affectionately. It is almost that bad. Alright, opponent is going to keep squatting. They only revealed 2 Squat Hawks, so, like, not good times. And they pass. Okay. So we find another land. That'll let us Penumbra Spider, which means it's probably almost time to... I think we'll Thorn after we Crypt Rats. Like, hopefully our opponent casts just a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. And then we Crypt Rats. And win the game that way. So let's play a Penumbra Spider. Yeah. And pass the turn. I almost would have even traded Arbor Elf in there. Oh yeah, no, it's the OG Canker Abomination. It kind of does deal 1 damage to us every turn because we have to play all these Wrath effects to to facilitate using it. So our opponent has no good attacks. We have our 5/5. Yep. And we'd love to assemble a Crypt Rats X2 here, but we can't do that. Opponent passes. They're still kind of stuck on mana. We can now. So go get another black source, play the black source. It might not be time. It might not be time to Crypt Rats yet. What do you guys think? Is it time to Crypt Rats? Maybe 1 more turn. So we're going to wait 1 more turn. I think we still Edict them here. Oh, yeah, we can. What's up, Dizzastorm? An end of turn pulse. Yeah, I'll play Rats out. I agree with you guys. Rats with end of turn pulse seems, or Rats and then on their end step do it, does seem pretty good. So pass the turn. See if they want to try to answer Rats. And then, yeah, we can pulse it back next turn. Mm-hmm. Yep. It disincentivizes them to play creatures. So we'll put them down to 8 and then attack for 8 next turn and win. We'll do it on their end step. I think we win if we do it on their end step, unless they have Prismatic Strands. Which definitely makes Thorn awkward. No, we wouldn't win because our Elf will die. Dang it. Yep. Nah, just bury them. Okay, opponent's going to go to end step, so we are going to attempt to Crypt Rats X2. Done. So they might have Strands here. That's kind of the read I'm getting. Yeah, sure. But I think that means we win. Because now we can Crypt Rats X3. Get them to flashback Strands. Yeah, never mind. Doesn't mean we win. Sure. Utopia Sprawl. Alright, so sprawl up a forest on black. Attack with Canker A-Bomb. And go 1/1/1 on Rats? Yeah. They're going to block. Mm-hmm. That's what I should have done. Okay, not entirely thinking straight. I didn't think of the hold priority line. So we can do that. Okay, well, we're going to pass now. We can do it on their turn. With a bunch of mana backup. Just wait? Okay. Like, wait until my turn? They have their red source now. So on their end step, okay. Untap this. Tap this. Rats. X2. And do you have responses? They let it go. Okay. So we can pulse back our rats. Gain some life. Pass over to our opponent. They could have another strands, I guess. So now I think we're going to go for the win anyway. So we're going to go for an attack for 7. And Crypt Rats. X2. Are you dead? Or do you have strands? We got them. Okay. So a little bit of a flounder there. Huh. So we're playing against the rights deck. I think we're going to want Shrivels for all those flyers. So we want Penumbra Spider. Thorn's probably a little bit worse against the Squadron Hawk deck, right? I'm assuming they have Core Skyfishers too. If this is rights, we didn't get a whole lot of information. But I think we have so many Wraths. So I'm going to take out Chainer's Edicts. Yeah. We're going to take out Chainer's Edicts for Shrivels, because I think they're just as likely to get a 2-for-1. Is it Claws time? It's Claws time, isn't it? So what would Claws come in over, though? We like take our Thorns out and just not become the Monarch? Maybe take out... Maybe not even use Shrivel? Yeah. Maybe like one Shrivel. We'll bring in our Claws. So we're just like mono Wraths. Mono Wraths and big stuff. Big meaty Claws. And we can always cycle this if we don't need it. Or should we just should we bring in a bunch more removal? Should we just have all of this? And should we have Duress for rights? You know what I mean? So what matters less if we're not going to become the Monarch? We probably don't have to go that fast. So maybe we can cut a Gifts of Paradise. And that would be pretty memorable. It does deal 4 damage, or it does deal 3 damage. Yeah, but I don't really need them. Like after turn 3, you're not really gonna need them. Yeah, Disfigure might not be good enough. We need one more card. I guess Duress could take one of their Journey to Nowheres too, which could be like their only answer. Yeah, so we'll take a Shrivel. Let's go up a couple Duresses. I think Duress might kind of be a little bit of a next level. You think Spellbomb is alright? Let's play Control. Why not? Mono Wraths and big stuff. Alright, well, we're trying it. Let's see if we get punished. Well, they could, like, that's a way to get, man, this hand's bad. So we can get another look with Claws. We already have a Wrath in hand, so it's not that important. We have Bazooka Bog if we need Graveyard Hate. This hand's not that bad. I'm going to keep this. Well, Journey to Nowhere. Like, if we got a 5/5 going on and they Journey, like, we might be okay. Okay, so no problem with hitting 2 mana. We're going to go ahead with Swamp. And we'll do some thinning. Oh, they got the red mana this time. Could be in trouble. I think it all depends on how many strands they have. Looting. Okay. So this Bog might be good. See if they've been a strands. Or like a Battle Screech or something. And they've been Battle Screech. Snapping this Bazooka Bog off. What do you guys think about a Bazooka Bog in a deck that doesn't run Karuz? Do you think it's worse in a deck that doesn't run Karus? Like a lot worse? There's a Battle Screech and a Firebolt. Okay. So Bojuka Bog will be coming down next turn. Unequivocally. Get a Swamp. We already have 2 untapped green sources. And we want a Thin. So we can go ahead and... reasons to play turn 1 Forest. Right there. Yeah, we gotta bog them. That's too much value. They can play another Thraben Inspector and flashback Battle Screech. I know we have claws to answer it, but we don't want to have to do that, so we'll bog you. Pass turn. Yeah, people are leaning on their graveyards quite a bit, hey? Commune. All right, well, we're going to cast a Gurmag Angler. Reveal the top 5. And take 1. It's 1, 2. So we're just going to let these all go. And Gurmfather. Oh my god, did I not take something? Not on purpose? Guys, I didn't do the math. Okay, forget about it. Punt me. Yeah, Bog is uncounterable graveyard hate. There's Seeker. All right. So find more Arbor Elves. That's a little awkward. We'll cast our... Maybe we shouldn't cast our elves. No, we should. So Arbor Elf. And Arbor Elf. Maybe the Claws of the Wirewood won't be relevant. Go to combat. Attack with Gurmfather. They're going to take 5. You got it. So we'll see how their next turn goes, and it could be time to get rid of Claws. For potential big Crypt Rats next turn. We'd like them to tap out, if possible. They're only at 15 here. And if we do plan on Crypt Ratsing, that's the thing, right? Like, we kind of need these Arbor Elves to stick around. I guess we don't. Yeah, Arbor Elves sticking around, not super important now. We have 4 mana. So we can chump with 1. Opponent, gonna go to combat. Yep. Yep. So go to blocks. Block, Seeker. A bunch of red mana. Them getting Seeker out of Crypt Rat's range is so dangerous. Just played 1. Yeah, if we're gonna Wrath. Sacred Cat, okay. Decent blocker. Okay, I think we cycle here. We've seen 1 Battle Screech. We gotta hope they don't draw another one. Ash Barrens, not ideal. Penumbra Spider. Well, if I was gonna lose something, it's good to have that as backup. So we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with Gurmag Angler. I wonder if they have Lightning Bolt. If they have Lightning Bolt, playing Crypt Rats here is a lot worse. But Crypt Rats X2 still puts us in like an okay position. I wonder if they're going to tap lower. Yeah. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run out Penumbra Spider here, and I'm going to let them attack into Penumbra Spider. Yeah. I'm going to let them attack into Penumbra Spider. Well, this deck doesn't run Healing Salve, Bozo, so... And this will incentivize our opponent to use more mana this turn, which might make Crypt Rats a little bit better next turn. But we'll see how they do it. They're at 10. Which is not a trivial life total. Seeker of the Way. You got it. More mountains. 3 cards in hand. Fatties before ratties. It is. It's the strategy. Fatties before ratties. Alright, so play a swamp. We'll go to combat. Almost an anagram. I think we're going to attack with Gurmag Angler and see how they block. They might have a lightning bolt, so they could double block and then bolt. But I think that still lines us up to be able to kill all of their creatures. So if we can Wrath here, we might be okay. So attack with Angler. I'd love to have an Angler on the backswing, but they're just going to take it. Okay. Sure. No Prismatic Strands in the bin. Like, I wonder if I just put them to 2 here. Maybe we can commune. Find another black source and try to win on a nowhere with Crypt Rats. All they need is to get in once with their Seekers. Okay. So Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl for black. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Untap this. Tap this. If they can kill Gurmag Angler, though, we're in such rough shape. Because if they have Bolt here, we're in so much trouble. I'm going to play Crypt Rats, and that way they can't... Like, in response to their first pump spell, we can Rats X2. So we'll see how they play this turn. And if they don't attack here, then we can just Crypt Rats them to death next turn. So there's a big attack. Okay. So we'll go to blocks. Block like this. See what they cast. They're thinking about it. I think what they understand is that they can kill Gurmag Angler, rally the peasants. Okay. Sure. So let's see if they also have... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this puts us... Crypt Rats will kill us? Right? Yeah, Crypt Rats kills us here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11, 14. Oh, the creatures will die. Right. So I'm not doing the math. So Crypt Rats X2. Yep. The Wrath goes through. Wow. They Flame Slash. They're at 2. We find another Penumbra Spider. Okay, so attack them down to 1. Play Penumbra Spider. Pass the turn. We're at 13. We got him. Cool. Hello out there in YouTube land. First of all, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the entire league that we just finished up with Quick Canker. We didn't get Quick Canker Abominations as often as I would have liked to, but in that game where we mulled to 4 big threats fast did end the game effectively in our favor, so that was nice. I'm really glad you're able to slog through those kind of slow matches in the beginning, that demoralizing Tron match, so thank you for sticking around for that. Canker Abomination, sometimes it was a vanilla 3/3. It just suffers from the same problem as any big creature in Pauper. If you think about Gurmag Angler, you cast it for 1 mana a lot of the time. If we're looking at Thorn of the Black Rose right now, which is one of the 4 drops that Pauper players actually pay 4 mana for, and it just seems a lot more impactful than Canker Abomination. Its ceiling is just a lot higher. because it completely shuts down some matches. If we get Canker Abomination on turn 2 with the Arbor Elf combo, I guess it probably is good in slow matches, just like Thorn of the Black Burrows, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Wraths are good. We drew into our Wraths when we needed them. We Wrathed the board a bunch of times against Stompy to win that match, and our opponent stumbled a little bit on that Boros Bully deck, and our Wraths kind of came through and won us that match as well. So I think Wraths are a little bit better than Canker Abomination, but a fast 6/6 is okay, but not better than Thorn of the Black Rose. So that got a little confusing there by the end. Anyway, guys, thank you again so much for watching the entire league there on YouTube and here on Twitch. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.